Alright, here's the intro to Brown Eyed Girl. Okay, we're going to break that down and slow it down and examine what's going on. That's part of a G scale, and we're going to harmonize the G scale with thirds. So we're playing two notes at once, G and B. And now we're playing A and C, and now we're playing B and D. That's fret 12, fret 14 and 13, fret 16 and 15, and back. And then we're going to, and by the way, those are on strings 3 and 2. And now we're moving over to strings 2 and 1, and we're going to do thirds again. It's going to look a little different though. That's a C and an E at fret 13 and 12. That's a D and an F at fret 15 and fret 13. That's a E and a G at fret 17 and fret 15. And back. So you put the two together and you get this. And then we go down to like a fret 7, and we're going to play this shape here, which is a fifth, which is the interval of a fifth, and we're going to play it fret 7 on string 3, and we're going to play it fret 10 on string 2. And then we play 3 notes by itself, 7, 8, and 10. So that's the intro to Brown Eyed Girl. Okay, we're going to play the chords, the rhythm chords, to Brown Eyed Girl. Pretty simple. G, C, G, D, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, G, D. Okay. So in general terms, we're using the intervals of sixths over the G chord, and sixth over the C chord, and sixth over the D chord. Now, furthermore, later on in the song, when the guitarist is improvising his fills, he's basically, one of the things that we're doing is we're traveling from one chord to another. Or we're traveling back to another one. So I traveled up in sixth from the G to the C. And then I went back down from C to G. And sometimes I might go from G all the way to the D. And from the D back down. So I'm using sixths to connect my chords. D to G. G to C. And C to G. Okay, here are some of the fills in Brown Eyed Girl between his vocal phrasing. The first one he does sounds like this. I'll do it again slowly. So those are the intervals of sixths. That's slide up to fret 11 and 10. And that's frets 8 and 9. 7 and 7, these are all on strings 1 and 3. Strings 1 and 3, frets 5, and fret 4, and fret 3. Here's another lick when he says Brown Eyed Girl. And that's a transition between the G chord to the E minor chord. He's not necessarily playing all of the chord, but that's fret 4, fret 3 to another melody note 5, 3 2 1, 3 2 open, and that's string 1 open, string 2 open, string 3 open, and string 2 again. There you have it. Okay, so here's a nice fill when they're finishing saying all the sha-la-las and right before the bass break. Now, that's a little different in that it incorporates the sixth like we've been talking about. But now we're using the G note here to accompany the D, the E, D, C, B. So we could play those notes by themselves, and then we can add this note. And that lick together is this. We are going to look at about 2 or 3 or 4 different ways to play the intro to Brown Eyed Girl. And when we find these different ways, we can also use them as fills. So here's one way to play the intro to Brown Eyed Girl. Here's another way to play Brown Eyed Girl, using sixths down here. And then here's another way to play the intro to Brown Eyed Girl, which is basically the same as the first one, but an octave lower. in this version of the intro, that's strings 3 and 2, open, strings 3 and 2, fret 2 and fret 1, fret 4 and fret 3, and then we move up to strings 2 and 1, which is fret 1 and string 1, open. And that's fret 3 and fret 1 on strings 2 and 1. And that's fret 5 and fret 3 on strings 2 and 1. That's strings 4 and 3, string 4 open, and string 3 fret 2. And then 3 notes by themselves, F sharp, G, and A. That's 4th fret, string 4, string 3 open, string 3 fret 2. There you go. So, that's Brown Eyed Girl.
That's good.
Oh God. So, thanks for watching. That's Brown Eyed Girl, and we have more videos coming of your favorite songs. And don't forget to subscribe.
Bloopers.
Please subscribe to Venus Guitar Rocks YouTube website, and that's it. I don't know.